biggest Chedi in the world. Let's have a look around. Let's have a look in here and see what you get for 550 baht in Nakhon Pathom, Thailand. It's got aircon, flat screen telly, and out the window a nice view of the famous temple in Nakhon Pathom, the giant Chedi, which they say is the biggest one in the world. Although in Bago, Myanmar, they claim they've got the biggest one. So 550 baht, Nakhon Pathom, pretty good. Here it is, the giant pagoda, giant Chedi of Nakhon Pathom. So Sunday seems to be pretty busy at the moment, a lot of people around. So they say it's the biggest one in the world. You have to really walk along here to appreciate the size of it. It really is huge. When you drive from Bangkok to Kanchanaburi, you can see it from the highway in the distance. It's that big, it really stands out. A real landmark. Interesting to note the amount of commercial activity that happens at religious or spiritual places in Thailand. People make an offering there and get a piece of gold leaf to apply to the Buddha statues back there.
วันนี้วันสุดท้ายนะครับคือวันที่9ของงานนมัสการปิดทองขอพรนะองค์พระปฐมเจดีย์ประจำปีนะทุกปีที่ผ่านมาพี่น้องครับเราได้รับกุศลและศรัทธาจากสาธุชนคนใจบุญเนาะร่วมทำบุญนะครับกระทางองค์พระปฐมเจดีย์นี้เป็นที่น่าชื่นใจนะครับด้วยศรัทธาบารมีบุญและพี่น้องมาจากทิศทางต่างๆไม่ว่าจะเป็นทิศเหนือทิศใต้ตะวันออกตะวันตกภาคกลางอัปโมทนายุคและเรียนกันมาจาก
Let's circle around this part before we go into the middle. Or maybe not, actually. Let's just get in there. Seems to be similar as you walk around there. But who knows? Anyway, let's check here first. chill out there. Nice and cool. It's a hot afternoon here. Okay. Knock knock. Who's there? It's a bit of a breeze coming through here somehow. That's pretty nice. Back in. If anyone ever accuses you of being two-faced, just point out that there are others who are a bit more extreme in that regard. What are these ones? Not drums. Okay. A little shrine on the side here. Have a quick peek here first. Okay. Interesting. What's that supposed to represent? It's well wrapped. Look at the ceiling up here. It's a nice ceiling. Other side there. Nice pictures up there. Beggar back there trying to get some change from me. Sounds a bit not the nicest sound to hear when Thai people talk to foreigners and say you, but okay. I have to not be annoyed sometimes with some things because the cultural differences and the differences of understanding of language and translations and so on. the translations between languages can be taken in different ways, and some of the things Thai people say in English seem not polite to native English speakers. Some of the questions they ask seem too direct, too personal, things like that. Just some of the ways they address people seem not really polite. Yeah, it's good to remember that some of that stuff could be down to cultural differences and the way language is translated, and the translations are not always exactly the same in the different languages. Interesting to see the locals using it as a hangout though. I think that's nice. Hello. And it's just getting hotter out here. It was very hot yesterday, and it's pretty much getting to that point now, the same today. But it's nice and cool in the shade. It's the old king, Ramanine, when he became a monk, when he was ordained. It's a tradition for Thai males to serve as a monk for at least a short time. And it's a good tradition, can give people a time to think about life and to become more mindful and so on. Oh, they love their microphones, the Thais. Full volume, always. ไปไหนมาไหนก็มีความสุขนะถ้าลูกนะไปไหนปลอดภัยไปไหนมีความสุขท่านก็จะมีความสุขนะครับไม่ต้องเป็นห่วงผ้าไตรร่วมกันมีอานิสงส์มากนะครับท่านนะสาธุสาธุนะก็ขอให้เจริญร่ำรวยนะท่านเอ้ย
ก็ขอเชิญเชิญได้เลยจากพี่น้องนะทำบุญ
เรื่องมอบของสมก็ไม่ต้องมอบกรรมการก็ไม่ต้องมอบครับเราใส่เองเลยนะใส่เองเลย
ถวายหลวงพ่อ
เราใส่เองนะครับนะ
เจ้าหน้าที่ของเรานะเชิญได้เลยจ้ะนะคุณหนูเอาผ้าไตร
ใส่มากใส่น้อยก็เป็นไรครับเป็นมือเราเองครับนะ
เป็นตัวเสริมของเรานะ
เอาได้ก่อนโหเลยท่านหา
ด้วยนะ
กาแฟไม่หาครับหากาแฟไหมได้ลมดี
จะได้เรียนเก่ง
ๆที่ได้ลมกดหนักก่อน
เรียนพอไหนครับไหนจะได้โชคดีเกิดไป
It's a bit like a rap battle back there. It just all mixes together with a crazy kind of vibe going on, as far as like that you can't really understand much of what's being said. I'm sure even if you speak fantastic Thai, you wouldn't understand a lot of it. And the commercialism, wow, it's like a car sales lot in here, inside the temple grounds even. But yeah, very colorful, interesting, and obviously Thai people have a different mentality about their spiritual affairs, that's for sure. So I'm coming out here on another side of the temple, different side. Nice yellow buildings here, and I'll come on into this street. This is more like the older part of the city here. We're not far away from where there's some markets. There's some nice markets, quite old and centrally located around this area. We'll have a little stroll along here. People just meandering along. Man, this looks interesting. Alright, we'll take a second to decide which way. Okay, so I decided to go this way first. Let's dive in. There's a market on each side there. There was this one on the right and the other one on the left. And they're both very cool and old. $100 baht t-shirt for you there. Bright color with a cartoon critter and some bright colored flip-flops, and you can soon blend in and look like a Thai. Thais love cheap and cheerful. Although definitely a lot of Thais also love to have designer labels and very flash things. Do a bit of a tour around in here. Looks cool. Looks like a nice spot to have a bowl of noodles or whatever else they have on offer there. Bit of gold there if you need to pick up a bit of gold. You never know when you might need a bit of gold. Good way to impress people. Just ask Mr. T. get the crabs here. Probably quite easy to do. Got to be careful of stuff like that in Thailand, of course, like about whatever you pick up and purchase along the way there. You always have a calculator in your pocket to work out prices and currency conversions. Show them you really mean business. Oh, a bit of frog there for you. If you haven't tried frog before, I definitely recommend it. Pretty good stuff. Feel sad for these poor buggers. Yep. Basically in a very horrible situation and having their last day on Earth, probably. I must say I have always wondered what turtle soup tastes like. Still haven't tried it. It's a funny thing, you know, the attitude we have towards death, because we're all gonna die. But when certain people die, we act like it's a big tragedy. But really, people and all kinds of living creatures are dying constantly. Every life is a tragedy, really. But it just seems like some lives are treated when they end as more tragic than others. It's a strange thing. Obviously we have to have acceptance towards death. Doesn't mean we have to welcome it or be in a hurry to meet it, but this physical body, this physical death that we're all going to have cannot be avoided at this point. Can definitely have sympathy, should have sympathy, but not so much that it cripples you from being able to do things. So there's a balance in there somewhere. And it's one of these things in life that people find hard to agree on, and it makes a lot of strife and stress between people. People saying what's the right way to think and feel about things, what's really moral. And then you find a lot of people don't really act very moral or kind or nice when they disagree, though they claim to be nicer and more moral. These ones are gift baskets for monks. You can take one to your local temple and give it as an offering to a monk, and then they give you a bit of a blessing. Interesting machine, mobile top-up. Scratch and sniff, or scratch and top up your mobile. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's head on through here. I could have those scratchy mobile top-up cards that make it like a lucky kind of draw thing. You scratch it and maybe you get like an extra bunch of credits on there. Instead of 100 baht of credits, you get 500 baht of credits, or like win something or other, or that it's worth nothing at all. Ha ha ha! Sucker! Alright. Would be kind of funny though. Alright, back out on the streets here of Nakhon Pathom, home of the giant Chedi. Here's some information here in Thai. What does that say? Oh no, haven't got a clue. This one's in English. Very informative, talking about the markets there. So I've been spending a lot of time in Southeast Asia over the last decade or so, as well as in Europe. But I know very little Thai. And I was just thinking last week I should make an effort to learn the Thai alphabet, because from what I've been told, the way it works is basically you learn the sounds of each symbol, and then you can read the words that are written and make them into sounds that are words. And then basically, if you learn a bunch of vocabulary, you're pretty much set, because from what I've been told, there's not tenses in Thai language. So there's not past tense, present tense, future tenses, and so on. I guess they use signal words to indicate the time, like we do in English, but we also have tenses as well, which is a bit over the top, isn't it, really? But I do. Cannot change it, of course. It is what it is. But anyway, the point is, it sounds like once you get the alphabet mastered, you'd be well on the way to being able to do some pretty useful things in the Thai language, which makes it a lot easier than a lot of languages, than most languages, for sure. Well, there's a lot of stalls here not open today, unlike on the other side there. Not sure why. There's a lot of people around today. I was told by someone that it's a special day today, and it's the last day, I think, of I think someone said a 7-day event, and they're going to wrap some fabric around the giant Chedi. I guess like kind of like dressing it. I know with Buddhist statues in some places they dress them and they have some kind of thing where they change the dressing at different points in time. Wonder what this is. I have no idea. Looks to me like cut tobacco, but I really don't know. I don't smoke tobacco or anything these days. Even as a nipper, well, not a nipper, as a young teenager, I only dabbled with tobacco for about a year or two. I guess a couple of years. I would smoke the odd cigarette, maybe a couple a week, just to be cool, you know. Because when you're young, you think you have to try to be cool. And then eventually, I thought, what's the point in trying to be cool? I mean, either you're cool or you're not cool, right? Anyway, lots of cool stuff in here, that's for sure. Alright, so this side of the market seems to be only about half open, maybe less than half. But worth a quick peek. I have a nice watch for you, mister. Special price for you. Okay. I haven't mastered the accent of Thais who speak English badly, but okay, I guess I came across with more of a kind of maybe Indian type accent or something like that. I'm not sure with that effort, but I'll have to put some more time into practicing accents to be funny, and then probably get in trouble with the YouTube thought police for being funny. It's not really allowed much these days, is it? Some people are allowed to be offended at almost any trivial small thing, no matter what the intention was, whereas other people are not allowed to complain about any kind of injustice, no matter how bad it is. It's the way the world is these days. Where's the equality in that? Well, I don't want equality because I'm not equal to everyone else, am I? I can't run as fast. I can't do a lot of things as well as some people can. But I just want to be treated equally, that's all. Treated fairly, basically, right? And isn't that just a basic thing of life? Shouldn't be anything special, and it shouldn't be something you have to force people to do or punish them for. I think when you get into that kind of territory, it's really just hypocritical. It then becomes a kind of part of a political structure more than any kind of ethical thing. Because if you're going to be ethical, if you're going to say it's about being nice, then you got to be nice. You can't be nasty to people to try to force them to be nice. There's nothing nice about that. And it's a lot worse when the power of the state and corporations who get contracts from the state are pushing that kind of rubbish. Anyway, I don't want to get political on here at all. And I'm not trying to. I'm just talking about people. And we're funny things, aren't we? So, this is absolutely interesting. I think this is rice inside bamboo. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. It's really yummy. It's rice that's been cooked in coconut milk, cooked in bamboo here. Can be with a bit of bean of some type in there, and it's delicious. And it's making me feel hungry. All this food. So just in front there, you can see the train station in the distance. So I think this is a good opportunity now for me to grab a bite of lunch and then take us down over the bridge here to have a look at the train station in a few minutes. All right, let's cross the bridge then, and this, I think, is actually a moat. From the map, it looks like a moat, I would think, to protect what was the old core of the city back in the day, when the Burmese might just decide to come raiding across the border. Well, we're heading down towards the train station here, and it's a scorching hot day. I love trains and train stations. There's always some interesting stuff going on around them, and it's good to have a look at them, I think, to get an overall feel for a place. Quite often they're right in the middle of the oldest part of a town or a city. I'm gonna check the train schedule. Last night I tried to hitchhike from Bangkok into Nakhon Pathom, but at the same time I was looking to see if there was a minivan. I had to walk out to the highway, so I wasn't sure if there was a minivan. The last one from there, or the last bus, I was told, from Bangkok had left, and I had hopes that there would be a minivan coming through from Kanchanaburi, but at the same time I was trying to hitchhike, and lucky enough a minivan did come along, and I got into Nakhon Pathom at a reasonable hour, and that was alright. Lots of people here. Have a quick look at the platform. It's heaving with people for the special religious event today.